Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Cool. Good morning, Priya.
Good.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Subram Kumar.
Good morning. Namaste, everyone. Give me a second. I'll be right back.
Yeah, sure.
Namaste, good morning.
This time.
Right. Yes, Seema.
Okay, let's get started. Let's start with 3 ohms as usual. Please take a deep breath. Namaste, everyone. Purna, please take over.
Yeah, namaste everyone. Sir, is it 12.2.18? I think that's the.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 to 218. Yes.
यस्यक्त्वा रूपमाद्यं प्रभवति जगतो नेकदानुग्रहाय प्रक्षीणक्लेशराशिर्विषमविषधरो नेकवक्त्रः सुभोगी सर्वज्ञानप्रसूतिर्भुजगपरिकर प्रीतये यस्य नित्यम् देवो हीशः स वो व्यात् सितविमलतनुर्योगदो योगयुक्तः योगेन चित्तस्य पदेन वाचां मलं शरीरस्य च वैद्यकेन.
You start only from 2.1.
You don't want me to do the prayer?
Yeah, after the prayer. Sorry.
Yeah. योपाकरोत्तं प्रवरं मुनीनां पतञ्जलिं प्राञ्जलिराणतोऽस्मि आबाहुपुरुषाकारं शङ्खचक्रासिधारिणं सहस्रशिरसं श्वेतं प्रणमामि पतञ्जलिं श्रीमते अनन्ताय नागराजाय नमो नमः। अथ साधनपादः तपः स्वाध्याय ईश्वरप्रणिधानानि क्रियायोगः समाधिभावनार्थः क्लेशतनुकरणार्थश्च अविद्या अस्मिता राग द्वेष अभिनिवेशाः क्लेशाः अविद्या क्षेत्रम् उत्तरेषां प्रसुप्त तनु विच्छिन्न उदाराणाम् अनित्य अशुचि दुःख अनात्मसु नित्य शुचि सुख आत्मख्यातिः अविद्या दृग्दर्शनशक्त्योः एकात्मत इव अस्मिता सुखानुशयी रागः दुःखानुशयी द्वेषः स्वरसवाही विदुषोऽपि समारूढः अभिनिवेशः ते प्रतिप्रसवहेयाः सूक्ष्माः ध्यानहेयाः तत्वृत्तयः क्लेशमूलः कर्माशयो दृष्टादृष्टजन्म वेदनीयः सति मूले तद्विपाको जात्यायुर्भोगाः ते ह्लादपरितापफलाः पुण्यहेतुत्वात् परिणाम ताप संस्कार दुःखै गुणवृत्तिविरोधाच्च दुःखमेव सर्वं विवेकिनः हेयं दुःखमनागतं द्रष्टृदृश्ययो संयोगो हेयहेतुः प्रकाशक्रियास्थितिशीलं भूतेन्द्रियात्मकं भोगापवर्गार्थं दृश्यम्.
Thank you, Purna. Thank you. Namaste, everyone. And let us start from where we left off last week. Let me share the screen. So we left off in Sutra 9, 8. We left off in Sutra 8 last week, and we started at 6 and left off at 8. So let's just recap what we did last week. So we started with the sutra on Asmita. And the previous week we finished with Avidya. So the various aspects of Avidya, we saw how Avidya is on the top of the pile and all that. So last week we started with 2.6 and we saw this Klesha Asmita, where we said Asmita is the self-identity meaning I am the doer, not I am the doer, that the energy of the observer and the process of observation. When all these things are together, the seer, the observer, and the energy of the observer, and what is being seen is all one. We call that as asmita, or the self sense of an observer. We need this self sense of an observer to experience anything in this world. And we have come here to experience the things in the world. So we will have this asmita until we get to the state of nirbija samadhi. So until then, we will have this, and we need this to experience everything. So that's what we saw. And then we saw the next sutra on what is likes, desires, the raga aspect. So sukha anushayi raga, he says, that is that which follows. Anushayi means following. That which follows from joy, that is sukha or pleasure. Everything is the same meaning. Joy or pleasure. Sensation is raga or desire. So anything that when we feel nice, when we feel pleasant, immediately it kicks in that desire. Oh, I must have more of this. So that's what we saw. That is what this raga is all about. And dukkha is dukkha anushayi dvesha. So when you have when something, any experience that gives us misery or sorrow, we develop a dvesha, we develop a hatred, we develop an aversion towards that. So these are the sutras that we saw last week. Any questions on this? There are fairly simple sutras. In fact, Sutra 2.7, the earlier sutra on desire, raga. So at the time of death, if we have too many desires, obviously, apart from having a rebirth, there is also the possibility that we'll be hanging around with all these desires, because the desires are attachments to the world, right? Attachments to relationship and things like that. With the result, we'll be neither here nor there. These are the things which we call as ghosts. I'm not sure if I mentioned this fully last week, both in terms of even the ones that are having suffering. So they want to take revenge. So they are also, they are not neither here nor there, hanging around, and very easy. Or this is what we call as Durdevada. In Tamil, we say Durdevada, the evil spirits. And it is easy to make them do bad things on others, because they are waiting to take revenge. Anyways, we don't have to focus too much on that. Just wanted to make that point. So we'll move on to Sutra 9. Swarasavahi vidusha api tatha arudha abhinivesha. Swarasavahi vidusha api tatha arudha abhinivesha. So he is now describing or explaining what is abhinivesha. We saw this abhinivesha and asmita are twins, like raga and dvesha are twins. Raga and dvesha are twins, and it is classified as the manas in Vedanta. And similarly, we saw asmita and abhinivesha together. They are also twins, and together they are called ahankara in Vedanta. So one part of ahankara we have seen, that is asmita. Now the other part, swarasa, that is swarasa, swa is self, rasa means the sense Normally rasa we call it as essence, right? Essence. So swarasa means sense of being self-centered in one's own energy, thinking that one controls one's energies. Vahi, that which carries or flows. So vahi actually comes from the Sanskrit word vahana. Vahana means vehicle. So vahi, that which carries or flows. Swarasavahi means the sense that one controls the flow of one's energies. The sense, Swarasavahi means the sense that one controls the flow of one's energies. Vidushaha means learned men. Actually, this is pulling a padam, meaning masculine, vidusha. For females, we say vidushi. Anyways, it's a generic term. It is not only referring to men. So vidusha is learned people. Api, we have seen. We know api means also, even, and all that. Tataha and arudaha means mounted on. It's like sitting on a horse. We called it as when the police sits on a horse, we say mounted police, right? So mounted on. Arudaha means mounted on. Actually, the police force in Canada is called, I think, RCMP, Royal Canada Mounted Police, one part of the police group, RCMP. Abhinivesha is self-sense of a doer. So, in summary, he says, Abhinivesha is the sense that one controls the flow of one's energies, that even learned people are established on. Means, Abhinivesha means I am the doer, that feeling, I am the doer, I am doing this, I achieved this, I have done that. Whether we say it out or not doesn't matter. The internal thinking, that's what it is all about. That I am the doer. If I don't do it, it won't happen. That's why we get very flustered, worried, and all that. If I am not there, how will this ceremony take place? How will this implementation take place? Those kinds of things. I am the doer feeling. So that's what he's saying. And he says that even learned people, that is vidushaha, even learned people are taken for a ride by this. By what? By abhinivesha. I am the doer thing. Even learned people here means not just in the materialistic aspect of it. We are talking about the perception of life. Even those people are taken on a ride. I don't know if Ashwini is here. Maybe not.
I'm here. I'm just cooking in the campground.
Okay. So this abhinivesha is another part that can bring down. Yesterday we were having some exchange of messages. So even at a very high level of evolution, spiritual evolution, this can bring them down. So this is that ahankara part. You were asking about the ego part. This is what it does. So that vidushaha, it refers to those who are also evolved. So very beautifully, Patanjali Muni has answered your question, Ashwini. He has put a sutra for you. Any questions? So when we read these sutras, we must apply it to ourselves. How I am riding on this I am the doer thing. How I am riding on this I am the doer thing. That is what we have to say. Not about your neighbor, not about your spouse, not about your children, not about your friends, relatives. No, this is about us.
But everybody thinks about I'm doer. Like you are teaching here, you might be thinking that I'm the teacher. I'm a doer, right?
No, that is where we saw that earlier sutra in 2.2, where he says this body as an instrument of the divine. Tanu, he says. So, but he also says klesha tanu, filled with kleshas. And that is why we have to go through the tapa to burn it off and finally get to the samadhi state. So if we constantly reinforce ourselves, saying that I am only a tool here, then that I am the doer will not be there.
Oh.
Yes. See, this I am the doer is the one which will pat on the back at the end of the class and say, Kumar, you've done a great job. Wonderful class you have conducted. And that's how I collect good karma, and we know that we don't want any karma, good or bad, we don't want to collect anything. Because these are all reactions. These are all reactions. Anything that we do reactively, we are going to collect karma. And we don't want to pick up any additional karma. We have enough to burn off. Shall we move on to the next one? Any other question? All right.
Shashi was raising the hands.
Hmm?
Shashi was raising the hands.
Shashi, but I don't see any. Yeah. What is it, Shashi?
When someone said, "Did you do this?" we have to say, "Yes, I did it." What does that mean? When someone asks you, "Did you do this?" and I have to say, "Yes, I did it."
Yes.
Isn't it?
It doesn't, see, when I say, I will also say I conducted a class, but internally I know that I'm only an instrument delivering it. That's what is important. Patting ourselves in the back. Say it with no reaction. That's all I'm saying. There is nothing wrong in saying I did this. But how you say it, how you internally, emotionally, how you have taken, that is what is important. If you are saying it with a lot of pride, that I did it, so good karma is coming. And if you complain when something difficult is there, then obviously you're going to collect bad karma. It is the reaction to the action. That's what brings the karma part. If you don't react, if you just do it, you just accept and do it, then there is no karma. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. So up to 2000, up to 2.9, from 203 to 209, he has explained all the kleshas. First two sutras, 1 and 2, he spoke about Kriya Yoga. What is Kriya Yoga? And then in the second sutra, that is 2.2, since he spoke about kleshas, that understanding this body is an instrument, but filled with kleshas. So he has explained all the kleshas. Now we are going to move to a different situation where we are going to talk about how to deal with all these impurities. Since he has spoken about the impurities, he has to obviously give us a prescription as to how to deal with all these impurities, just like he did with vrittis, right? And he's going to explain how to deal with all these impurities, that is the kleshas and their natural tendencies. The progression, this progression will lead us to non-reactiveness and takes one to liberation. So we will see how we can get liberated from all this. So in Sutra 210, let's see what he says here. Having said about all these kleshas, obviously he has to tell us how to get over them, right? So, te pratiprasava heyaha sukshmaha te pratiprasava heyaha sukshmaha. Te means they. We have seen this a few times earlier also. Te means they. Prati prasava. These are actually two words to put together, prati and prasava. Prasava means moving forward. Just like prasavam, how the child is delivered. Prati prasava means withdrawing or coming back. So, flowing in the opposite direction. Heyaha is oppose or opposition. Sukshmaha means subtle. Sukshmaha, in this case, I mean, he's used it as a plural. Is sukshmaha is singular, sukshmaha is plural. So we don't have to get into the grammar of Sanskritam. So in a summary, he says the kleshas, those kleshas, they are opposed in a opposite way, and very subtly they are opposed. That's what he says. How to get rid of all these kleshas is to oppose them, in an opposite way and in a very subtle way. Subtle opposition counters them. That's what it is. So, simple sutra, not difficult to understand. So now we'll have to see how to oppose, right? You said. So, so let's see the next sutra what he says. Dhyana heyaha tad rattayaha. Dhyana heyaha tad vrattayaha. So let us see word by word. Dhyana. Dhyana means the meditation, we know that, which is the state of no thoughts. So when we do meditation and still there are thoughts that are going on, we are still not in dhyana, really speaking. We are only trying to focus. So which is, we are actually in the stage of dharana, trying to focus. That also only trying to focus. In the initial stage of dharana, where we are trying to focus on a mantra or some object that we have imagined for ourselves, some pleasure, some very pleasant event or picture or scenery, whatever, plant, it could be anything. So dhyana is the next step, dharana, dhyana. So in dhyana, we have already achieved that focus, and we are coming to a stage of no thoughts because the vrittis have closed, vrittis have quietened down. So dhyana is state of no thoughts, also called meditation, as understood by the seventh aspect of the eightfold yoga in the form of dhyana. We don't have to worry about the eightfold. We have not yet come to that. Heyaha is to oppose or opposition. We saw this earlier too, the earlier sutra. Tad is those. Vrattayaha is vrittis in plural. So tad pratyaha, those expressions. So, in effect, he said dhyana. Dhyana opposes those expressions or the vrittis of the chitta. Chitta is continuously producing vrittis. Continuously. Whether you are doing anything or not, because of the kleshas, it is continuously producing these vrittis. And how? Either because you are hearing something, or you are seeing something, or if you are not doing either, even if you close your eyes, it is bringing things from your memory and creating expressions, the vrittis. That is how it is continuously working and won't leave you in peace. So that's why he said dhyana, stopping of the mind, opposes those expressions, opposes those vrittis of the chitta. So this is how we are going to get rid of the difficulties of the kleshas, right? The kleshas are the one which are producing the vrittis. And so to get rid of the kleshas, we have to do the dhyana, which will quieten the chitta vrittis. Any question here? So here he says, these impurities are the cause of the activation of our system. We know that. That activation or expression of the software in our system is called vrittis and are opposed by dhyana. So this Om meditation or any mantra based meditation is it is this. This is also a kind of tapas. We saw that too in Kriya Yoga. So from here we move on to Sutra 12. So 12 through 14, the three sutras are on the laws of karma. So we have not officially seen the laws of karma. I have given you some concepts here and there. Now, Patanjali Muni is going to speak to us on the laws of karma. Okay, let us see. Klesha Mulaha Karma Ashayo Drishta Adrishta Janma Vedaniyaha. Klesha Mulaha Karma Ashayo Drishta Adrishta Janma Vedaniyaha. So let us see. Klesha, the very first word klesha means impurities. We know that very well. Mulaha. Mulaha means the root. Mula means root. Mulaha is root. So klesha mulaha is the root is klesha. So we will see what is this root going to do? What is this klesha? What is it? What is it is root for? Let us see that. Karma ashayo, with supporting karmas. Ashayo, we know that ashayo means supporting. Karma ashayo means with supporting karmas. Drishta, that which is seen, that which we are able to see. Adrishta, not seen. Janma means births. We know that. Vedaniyaha, the sensory experiences, most often associated with suffering. We don't know. In Tamil, we say Vedana. Right? Vedana, we say. So, Vedaniyaha is actually means the sensory experience. It is like, I keep saying this. Anything that comes to us, pleasure and pain are supposed to be taken as experiences. But unfortunately, the manas splits it as raga and dvesha, good and bad, like and dislike. So similarly, Vedaniya is an experience, but many a time it is associated with the suffering part. So Drishta, Adrishta, Janma, Vedaniya all taken together. So sensory experiences in births, okay, Drishta, Adrishta, Janma. Vedaniya. Vedaniya is sensory experiences. Janma is birth. So sensory experiences in births that are seen, what we are undergoing right now, of the present, and not seen of the future. That's what is the meaning of that. So putting all the three things together in summary, it means the sensory experiences in births that are seen and not seen, or from the root klesha with supporting karmas. So the root klesha with the supporting karmas are the ones that causes these sensory experiences, the sufferings in the births that are seen, and in future births which are going to happen, and we don't know what sufferings are going to come. And these are all coming from the kleshas. So maybe it may be a good idea at this point. I'm going to switch to a different picture, or maybe, yeah, I'll. So anyway, before we go to the picture, I want to tell you root klesha. What is this root klesha? To understand this, in the very first birth, maybe a picture will help. Okay, let's go to that picture. Second, I'll be in the picture. Yeah. Okay. You have seen this a few times. So we are in zone C, and we came from, we were launched by Prakriti, correct? We were launched by Prakriti. So we came from there. We came from here all the way down. So we have a, if you take this, we have a chitta, and that chitta took birth in this world, and that's what we are, each one of us. So in our very first birth, when we are launched, obviously we didn't have karma, correct? We were very, very pure, but we did have kleshas, because the divine godmother, because she has kleshas, she puts that kleshas into us also. She's very generous of her. She gives those kleshas to us, because only with those kleshas we will be able to go through the various experiences in this world. So in the very first birth, we didn't have karmas, we had kleshas. We were born in a family and we are growing up. But what we do when we get these experiences, because of the people around us, etc., we classify the experiences as good and bad, and we react. And that reaction is what starts the karma process. So we start adding karma, good and bad karma, depending on which one we react. So in the very first birth, we are adding these karmas one by one. And upon death, when we go back, we already have karma now. So we cannot go and merge with Ishvara. To merge with Ishvara, we have to have a clean slate. So obviously we have to now have a rebirth. So again, when we come back, we react more and we collect more karma. So that's how we have built our karma bag. Is this making sense?
At first, why the the kleshas ever created by the Prakriti, right? And now the one they give you the kleshas, now they tell us to go back and get rid of kleshas. But why? What God is doing, I don't understand. Why they give the kleshas for people to enjoy for
See,
his
first of
satisfaction?
all, you have to understand, without kleshas, you cannot experience this world. Otherwise, as soon as you are born, you will be like a, what would I say? Like Parabrahmam, you will do nothing. You will stay there connected with God, do nothing, and you will die. But that is not the intent of the cosmos. The
So
cosmos wants to grow. That is the intent of the cosmos. That is why we have all been sent. And for that to happen, we must have kleshas.
if you don't do nothing anyway nothing is permanent. So the world is going to existences go away. At that time, everything go away.
The
So
world is going to go away.
yeah, I mean the one I think don't think nothing is permanent. Everything moves.
That is left to Ishvara. That is not in our hands. So we should only talk about what we know.
So we have to do all suffering, the karma we are doing. I mean, so
Why are you complaining?
complaining why the suffering and kleshas given
No,
by
this
God.
question you ask in every class, and this answer keeps coming to you, but they are unwilling to take the answer. Because a mother, as soon as a child is born, a mother, what does the mother do? Mother feeds the child. The mother feeds the child, the mother's milk. Can you say from the mother's milk, some proteins are not good for the child, or some things are not good, and split it away and only give this? Is it possible? It's not. It is same thing here too. Prakriti was launched with the Mula Klesha. That is why Klesha. That is the Mula Klesha. That's what you say, Mula Klesha. That is, and that Mula Klesha comes to every chitta that is being launched.
So it's a clown. Is a
Sureshji, wouldn't
Yes.
you be interested in hereditary property from your parents? Would you say, if your parents were to give you $1 million, would you say, I don't want it?
Well, I mean, some people do
No,
that.
no, 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 well. I am talking about you. Would you say, I don't want it?
Yeah, if at that stage I say no, I don't want it. Like now, my children are saying, we don't
Now
want
you
it.
might say, at the age of 75 or 80, you might say, I'm saying at the age of 15 or 20, will you say, I don't want hereditary property? No one here would say that.
Yeah,
There may be an exception. Somebody who has come with that kind of bent of mind. But 99.999% of the people are going to say, I will take it. You will take, same thing here.
But if we,
But here,
Kumarji, but if we have a choice and we know that that property is coming with kleshas and all, why would we take it? We'll deny, right?
no, we won't, because that is the only way we can enjoy. There are people here in this group who want to come back and enjoy more.
But a learned person, when he or she knows that it is coming with kleshas, sufferings and all, why will that
A learned
person?
person, when he is born, does he know anything?
No.
No. So by the time he understands, it is already there.
Yes.
Yes.
No,
So there is no, There is no way you can say, I don't want. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It is all, but you can, that is why children are given this knowledge starting from the age of 7. They are given this knowledge and they can work on the kleshas and have this connectivity back with the divine. That is the path. There is an alternative. There is a path.
No, children are given with the knowledge. Who is giving the knowledge, Kumarji? It's only very rare where percentage of the kids will receive it.
Come again? Schools are not giving this knowledge.
Yeah, I'm saying is children are giving with this knowledge after 7. When you tell, the percentage of that could be due to karma, their karma only, because they will get the knowledge during that time and during that time, and that's where the percentage is less, right?
See, this kind of knowledge is not being given in schools these days. It was being given in the Gurukula 500, 600 years back before the Mughals and the British invaded us, the Greeks, all that. Before that, 500, 600 years back. So that Gurukulam system died. The British came and killed that Gurukulam system. But even in the Gurukulam system, it is never perfect because each individual is different. Not everybody wants to connect with the divine. And not everybody is going to be at the same level. So even in what I'm saying is, even in the modern education, nothing prevents parents from giving this education to their children. Does it? Tell me, Priya, does it?
It won't, but the knowledge of teaching the kids, where it will come.
Parents can give this knowledge to the children. Correct? That
Only if they
opportunity
know.
is always there. But to give this knowledge to the children, first they have to get educated. But they did not seek it. How are they going to get it? They sought only money, fame, building a house.
Don't know, Kumarji.
Huh?
Seek this. Don't know.
No, it is not the question of not knowing. It is not the question of not knowing.
No, I do not know.
You
At
do
the
not
age
know,
of-
but how did you come to the class?
No, but this is no. We are talking about the early age. We are
Doesn't
not
matter.
talking.
How did in the early ages, how it was given? A guru will sit and give this discourse. It was given. It was given even then.
Wait. The thing is that something is
Even
different.
when I was growing up at the age of 10 or 8, there were many discourses which would go on in our community. And this was taking place all over Chennai. Don't tell me it was not there in Tambram. So many Mahabharata, I am not saying Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita, all these discourses were taking place. But people were not seeking. Those
No.
who were not seeking were sitting at home.
Even
Those who went there also did not take the message. Did not take the message. And when there are questions inside, you have to ask, you have to seek. You have to say, there has to be a better way of living. Should I live like a pig? Should there not be a question inside? And anytime, after getting married, there are problems and things like that, and you go and tell somebody, people in the house, they will tell you, marriage is like that. We have to go through that.
But
Because they did not seek it. They did not seek it themselves.
So at early age, children doing what they're following their parents, what they're doing. Like my father was getting up 4 o'clock every day and doing puja and meditation. So my habit is like I'm doing the same thing early morning and do meditation and puja and everything. So this is
It
what
is
parents
not
are doing.
doing puja and meditation alone, Surajji. I'm not talking about that at all.
No,
There
what
are many families. Wait, please wait. There are many families that do this on a regular basis in a mechanical way. But I am talking about this esoteric knowledge.
I understand what I'm saying.
Yes.
What I'm saying, the children are following that thing. They're getting that kind of knowledge.
No, even that is not going to help. Getting up in the morning, it is a good habit, but that is not going to give that jnana. That jnana will come only through swadhyaya.
Yes, I understand,
Yes.
Swadhyaya, but when
At a young age, what one can do,
we have to
until about
understand.
10, it is difficult for a child to think the way that we think as adults.
That's
So,
what I'm saying.
so you have to give them stokas and things like that. But even look at the modern school today. At the age of 5, the children are made to think. They do math. Do you mean they cannot understand some slokas? Of course, they can understand. From the age of 3, children go to school and they do some thinking. Yeah. If you teach the child Abhinivesha, it cannot understand. If you teach Asmita, it cannot understand. Yes. But there are other things that the child can understand. About dharmic things, it can understand. How to live dharmically, how to live aesthetically. Those things the child can understand. How not to cause hurt to others, how not to injure anything in this universe. All these dharmic things can be taught. That doesn't have to be only in school. It can be done at home too.
Yeah.
Anything. Moderation. Is it difficult to teach the child that you give a child one candy and the child wants 15 candies? You say moderation. You teach the child moderation. And you also teach along with that, hey, you want more and more of the candy because this is what is called raga. This is how desires come to us. But nobody is taking effort. And I will blame my parents, parents will blame their parents, and we will go on and we will blame the entire community. The cycle has to stop somewhere. So, Priya, I am not accepting your argument. Your point, both of you, I am not accepting your argument. It is for each individual and
No,
each,
Kumarji,
and
I
each
understand.
family. Wait. Each family, the parents, father and mother, they have to seek. They seek everything that is needed for their children's materialistic benefit. They do. My mother had the prayer, Kumar must go to MIT because we are in Krompet, the same town. But there was no big seeking in terms of spiritual progress. I mean, she would go to discourses and all that. Because that seeking was not there. And immediately don't go and saying, oh, that seeking will come only in this birth if you have that, only if you have that. That's not the argument here. That's a stupid argument. Without making any effort to say, I didn't get anything. See, for the first 2 months you complained, Priya. Now slowly you're getting, little by little, certain things are coming into you. How did it come?
No, Kumarji, this is different because I know what I am doing. This is what I needed. I want to get this knowledge.
No, it's different. How did you come to this class? No, you came to this class
because I have a constant seeking of the purpose of the life.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
But my parents does not have that one.
Right. You came
That's
to this
not their
class
mistake.
because you were seeking. Because of the suffering.
No, that's
Yes.
Okay. The suffering can be of different thing. We discussed about it.
Yes.
Because that could be unknown suffering. I do not know.
Vrittis are suffering, Priya. Period. Vrittis are suffering.
So
everybody has vrittis. Everybody is suffering.
So
vrittis are suffering. That's
the
what
knowledge of okay. the knowledge of seeking is, I feel, it's a divine's grace.
No, that's all. That is wrong idea. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, okay, then
When
why
you
my
look at
parents does
your
not have
life,
it?
see
Why
when you see your life and say, "Oh, I am facing this difficulty. Why is this? I am without energy. Why is that I am having this difficulty? Why is that I'm having that difficulty?" Etc. Then that should get you to think: is there a way of better living? Is there a way of that's how it starts. That's how the seeking
I
starts.
gently disagree with that, Kumarji, because
That's
number
fine.
one,
If you don't have to agree.
number one, no, big since because you were saying the difficulties, number one, physically, the awareness of difficulties, I don't have it when I was trying to see what is there in the seeking. Physically or mentally, there is no stress for me. Oh, I have so much of difficulties. Ivlo prachana, I have got these many problems. Like it was beaten to me. No, it was gently I was seeking, but the knowledge given here made me to read more and more. That's how it started with me.
No, what you're not understanding is as long as vrittis are there, the vrittis are the suffering part in the mankind. The vrittis are the suffering part. That is what makes us suffer. It is the vrittis because it sucks all our energy. It doesn't let us do anything creative.
Here we are talking about,
That's all I'm trying to tell you.
we are talking about earlier age. The original Krishna started at earlier age. Earlier the children are there. They are learning from their parents, and some parents like teaching the things, and some are not, because this is also all depends on their karma. The karma principle comes there.
So learning from parents is different from learning the correct perceptions of life. No parent can teach Patanjali Yoga Sutra unless they have understood it in full, they have absorbed it in full. Otherwise, how can they teach? Or even for that matter, Bhagavad Gita, they may teach some slokas, but first of all, they have to be in touch. They have to understand it in full.
I just see.
They have to get rid of their difficulties through understanding of the spiritual teachings. Otherwise, how can they teach the children? Otherwise, it will be a hypocritic thing. And that's what you will see in many families. They'll say, "Oh, go and say that sloka, that will take care of everything." Or go and say Vishnu Sahasranamam. Immediately everything will go. It's not going to happen like that. And that's what we do stupidly. Or they'll say, "Go and do this ghee lamp, 100 days, every day go to the temple."
Yeah.
Or go to this Hanuman temple.
Hanuman temple.
These are the things we do.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that doing any of these things is wrong. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying we are doing that with no understanding. With no understanding. That understanding has to come from within. We are going to the temple for a worship, not for going and begging all the time. That's what happens in every temple. There are 10 million devotees, 10 million begging is happening there. What will that poor God do?
Okay.
Take the case of Tirupati. 1 million people come every day, and with at least 1 million requests, if not more. And how can he satisfy all these 1 million requests every day? Can't see the kind of load on him.
Unmuted.
Anyway.
I had like an input on a few. I mean, not an input. It's just an opinion. Like again, lighting diyas or candles or chanting are the ways to get that samapati state. Like, you have focus. Like most of us suffer from only one disease, mental disease, that is like not able to focus on one simple thing, one thing at a time. And we don't even know what we want. Like, we might aspire something, but it's not what we actually want or need. So, to have that mental clarity, certain methods or certain rituals were followed, but the intention behind it was lost, and that's become just a ritual right now. That's it. Like,
Yeah, it's
we
just
don't
a
know why
mechanical thing. It's just a
exactly.
mechanical thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Rituals are to be done. It's a worship. Each ritual is a worship. When can you do worship? When will it be a worship? Only when you love it. Only then it will be a worship. When there is no love, how will it be worship? It will be a
true,
mechanical thing. And
true.
how can
And
how can worship be the same thing every day? If I make uh, the same item every day, a salad every day, will you eat? Exactly the same way I do every day. Will you eat? Nobody can eat it. We need something different. So worship also, it will be based on how you feel that day. It has to come from inside. That's all I'm saying. Today I may use 4 flowers. Tomorrow I may use 10 flowers. We have made it so structured, so mechanical. But at the same time, there will be a few who can do all the steps every day because it is so deeply they feel they are able to do it. It is with the deep feeling it has to be done. Anyways, let us go back to the sutras. Maybe one more sutra we can do. One or two more. So we have to understand. I went there to explain the Mula Klesha. That's where we got this from. So we all have this Klesha and Karma, and that is how we see life. That the sensory experiences, when the experience happens, the senses are the ones which are causing us to make it as good and bad, and then we collect karma from that. So moving on to the next sutra, Sati Mule, Sati Mule Tad Vipako Jati Ayu Bogah. Sati Mule Tad Vipako Jati Ayu Bogah. We'll see what it is. Sati is end or destruction of one's lifetime. It's not the end of the cosmos. It is our end. Mule from the roots. Tad vipako, it fruitions. Vipako we have seen earlier also this word vipako. It fruitions. Jati. Jati is not what we think of as jati. Jati means race or species of birth. That's what actually jati means. It is not like how we see in India. He is that jati, he is this jati, Mudalayar jati, Naidu jati, Brahmana jati. No, not that. Actually, jati really in India originally was based on what they were doing for their living. So a carpenter, a potter, a person who makes pottery, pots, goldsmith. That is how it was divided based on they were doing. That's all. It had nothing to do with how we are seeing it today. This is low level, that is high level. No, it was not seen like that. Okay. So, jati is race or species of birth. Ayuhu, longevity or lifespan. We know that ayuhu means longevity or lifespan. Boga means experiences. Jati ayuhu boga. Boga, sometimes, it also refers to very pleasurable things. So, whereas here, in this context, we are using it to refer to experiences. So, jati ayu boga, the species or race of birth, longevity, and the experiences. All these three. Because jati, ayu, boga. So, putting all these things together, we get to from the roots of destruction, that is, upon death or at the end of lifetime. What fruitions? The karma fruitions. I go back to zone B and I wait there. Then the karma fruitions. And how does it, and when it fruitions in the species or race of the next birth. So the karma fruitions in such a way that it decides, the karma decides, that's what he's saying here. The karma decides in which species or race I have to be born. Here he has left it open. He doesn't say that I will be born as a human being or this or that. So we will just take it as human being. He doesn't say, oh, you will be born as a worm or you will be born as an insect. He's not saying that. But the species or race, he says. So for now, we will just think that we go back and we wait there. And when the karma fruitions, that's how we are born. And as we are born, this karma is what is going to decide our longevity in the current birth. We always say, right, that the expiry date is already given at the time of birth. So this is a sutra right here. The karma decides the race, where we are born, which family we are born, all that you can take, family, etc. The longevity, how long we are going to live, and the experiences, what we are going to go through as the prarabdha karma is going to fruition and it is going to work on us through our lifetime. What are the experiences that we are going to go through is also there as part of that blueprint. So this is the sutra saying, Satimule tad vipako, jati ayu bhoga. Everything is here in terms of how the rebirth is taking place. From the roots of destruction, the karma fruitions in the species or race of the next birth, longevity, and experiences of that lifetime. Any questions here? I think Patanjali Muni has nailed it. Okay. I'm going to stop with this sutra, 14. Te hlada paritapa palaha punya apunya hetutvat. Te hlada paritapa pala palaha. Actually, it is not fa, it's pa palaha. Fa is in Hindi. In Sanskritam, there is no fa. It is pa, pa, coming from deep within. Pa, palaha, punya, apunya, hetutvat. So let's see. Te, we know it means they. Hlada means pleasurable or joyful. Paritapa means miserable or pain or regrets. Phalaha means the fruit, the fruitioning, the fruit. Punya apunya hetutvat. Punya we know virtuous, Apunya, we know it is unvirtuous, wicked things, caused by punya, pleasant reactions of the past, and apunya, regrets or unpleasant reactions of the past. So let us see, in summary, the experiences of birth, what we go through in this entire birth, the experiences on this birth are pleasurable or miserable fruit caused by punya, pleasant reactions of the past, and apunya, regrets of the past. So in this birth, let me say this is my first birth. In this birth, when miserable things come to me, if I react in a bad way, saying why it is coming to me, it is all because of their fault, blah, 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 blah. I'm reacting in a miserable way. I'm having regrets. This is regrets. So I'm collecting apunya. And for nice things, I'm patting myself on the back, I go overboard, I react in a way, so to collect good karma. So the pleasant reactions of the past. So these, when I go back upon death, when I go back and I'm ready for the next birth, so these are the ones which are going to decide how my life is going to be in the next birth. That's what he's saying. The experience of the birth, the experience of in this birth, are pleasurable or miserable fruit caused by the punya and apunya. Punya was how we reacted pleasantly in the previous birth. Apunya is how we reacted unpleasantly in the previous birth. So it is going to be based on that.
That is a karma theory complex.
Yes. So 12, 13, 14 are the laws of karma. So everything he has nailed here. If you understand this fully, you will not have any questions. You will just accept things that come to you in life. That does not mean sitting idle. Please understand this. I keep saying this again and again.
Kumarji, good
Yes.
morning. Could you please explain me 213 one more time? I'm trying to understand, but I couldn't. 213.
13. Okay, let me go back.
Yeah, the previous. Sati Mula Tattva.
Atimule tad vipako jati ayu bhoga. So what is your question here?
No, I couldn't understand this logo. Like next one, I can understand this is a karma pattern, but the 13 one, I couldn't understand how to connect with the life. That sloga.
So from the roots of destruction, meaning when we die. So first one is saying how upon death, what happens? What
Okay.
happens? So it says from the roots of destruction, it fruitions in the species or race of the next birth. So upon death, from zone C, I will go to zone B and I will be hanging there. Because I have no body, correct?
Yes.
I'm disembodied, right?
Yes.
The chitta is carrying all this information. The software goes up. Only the hardware is buried or cremated or whatever. The software goes up, and that's what it stays there in zone B. And everything there, now it has everything, past, present, everything is there. So from that bag of karma with which I've gone up and I'm staying there, part of it is fruitioning. Part of the karma is ready to act. Not all karmas are acting at the same time. A part of it only is ready. Okay?
Okay.
So that's what he's saying. Fruits from the roots of destruction, it fruitions. Not everything is fruition. Some of it is fruitioning.
Okay. Okay.
in the species or race. So I may be born in India again, or I may be born in Africa, or I may be born in Europe, or I may be born in a very, very poor country in somewhere in the Middle East or in Africa, anywhere for that matter, in a different race, in a different species, or species itself could be different. I may not be a Homo sapien itself. I could be something else.
Okay.
Anyways, we will not. We
So
don't
based
want to
on
get
that
there.
small part of karma, it has been decided.
Yes,
Okay.
but he is not clearly saying whether species means whether he means any other species other than human beings. So we will leave it at that. We will say human beings. We'll keep it to
Okay.
human beings. So it fruitions in the species or race, and the longevity, how long I'm going to live in this birth when I'm born, and what kind of experiences that I'm going to undergo, all decided by the karma. And in the next sutra, in 14, is explaining how those experiences are happening.
Okay.
Why I'm suffering, why I'm having this kind of parents, why I'm having this kind of husband, why I'm having this kind of friends, why I'm having this kind of relatives, why I'm having only this kind of education, why I'm having this kind of children. These are all based on my Purva Janma karma,
Okay.
that which fruitioned. And that Purva Janma karma was clearly in my hands because I reacted. I got bad karma or good karma based on whether it was a miserable reaction, whether I regretted some of the things, or whether I went overboard in that pleasant activities.
Okay. I get it.
You understand?
Kumar. Yes, yes. Now I can connect it. Thank you.
Let me stop here. There's a question, I think. Let me say. Oh, no, not much. Any questions?
Kumarji.
Yesterday, I asked a question about Atma, because we saw this Keto Upanishad, and there he refers to Atma and all that. So I said, Patanjali Muni does not talk about Atma. He always says Purusha. That's how we understand Atma. That is the terminology he's using. So I asked, do you remember any reference to Atma? I did get one answer from my sister. She researched and she got that. Anybody else who had a time? Because I think I asked quite late. Maybe I should give you some more.
I got it. I also got it, Kumar.
Where was it?
1 point, either 4.7 or 4.9. One of them
4,
talks
7.
about 4.7.
Yep. So in 1.47 he says, Nirvichara Vaisharadyehe Adi Atma Prasadaha. Nirvichara Vaisharadyehe Adi Atma Prasadaha. Nirvichara means to be reflective, to get into that mode of dhyana. To get into that mode of dhyana, he says, Adi Atma Prasadaha. Prasadaha is blessing. Adi Atma. Atma. Adi means old, already existing, very old. Who is that Adi Atma?
Ishvara.
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 Ishvara. So that's one reference where he has used Atma.
No, but he has put Kaito Upanishad.
Mohan, you said there was 2, 4, 7, and 4, 9, or 4, 7?
No, 4, 7, 4,
Oh,
7.
he
Oh,
said
4, 7.
he wasn't sure about the number, so he said 4, 7 or 4, 9. So it was 4, 7. Nirvichara Vaisharadyehe Adi Atma Prasadaha. Very beautiful sutra.
The
Actually,
Atman.
although here, actually the entire Patanjali Yoga Sutra, you can be an atheist. But for the small part of Bhakti Yoga, Ishvara Pranidhanani, and here also in Sutra 2.1, he says, Tapaha Ishvara, Tapaha Swadhyaya Ishvara Pranidhanani, he says, Ishvara Pranidhana.
Reflective is meditation.
So, you can always take that surrender to the divine as surrender to the universal spirit. You don't have to call it as God. If you don't want to call it as God, that's fine. But surrender to the universal spirit.
But actually meditation,
All Chitta is Atma and Ishvara is Paramatma. Is it right?
All of
All
us are Atmas and Ishvara is Parama. Ishvara is
Yeah,
Paramatma.
Paramatma.
Yes. So Adi Atma is the same as that. Paramatma, Adi Atma, they are all equivalent. So even an atheist, he can take this sutra. There is no mention of any forms or anything like that. So one can take it as the universal energy. That's all. However, if you have that surrender to the divine and that faith in the divine, it makes it easier. It's like, if you, as a student at a school, it is easier if I learn multiplication tables by heart. It helps me when I do math, so I don't have to refer to anything. But I don't want to learn. Every time I look at the tables and okay, be my guest. When I remember when I was in college, we had a lot of this mathematical things, especially when it comes to numbers. Mohan will remember, and some of the other people might remember. Of maybe by the time many of these people came to study, those were not there. We didn't have calculators. We didn't even know there was something called a calculator when I was studying in when I was doing my bachelor's in science.
We have slide rules and logarithm table.
Yes, slide rule. Yes. So even before that, we used to use logarithmic tables.
Yeah, that's why
Clark's
I'm saying
logarithmic tables or Seshadri's logarithmic tables. Mohan will remember. So we used to use that logarithmic tables to do this big numbers multiplication and all that. But some of these, when we do these things for certain numbers, periodically we do that. So we'll remember that logarithmic value. You don't even have to look at the book. A few things, like how we remember, a few things we'll remember, and I won't even look at the logarithm. I know it is 1.03445. So I will just write that number and go on. So the reason I'm saying is having faith in the divine and having that surrender will help you a lot, depending on the level of that surrender. Going to temple, prostrating in front of the Sri Murti there is not surrender. Please understand this. I'm bringing this again and again so that you understand this clearly. You have gone through this surrender many times. Surrender is surrendering all the emotions, not reacting, but responding. Reaction is not surrender. If you are reacting, that means there is no surrender in you. Are you reacting, Yogeshwaran? You get angry?
Yeah.
Say harsh words to your mother or to relatives, friends, colleagues, then there is no surrender to the divine.
Kumarji, we are talking about parents also. Did your parents teach you everything, good sanskar or something?
Huh?
Because
What is it?
did your parents give you all this sanskar? Like
No,
what?
no, no. My parents had some understanding, but I don't even recall them giving any interpretation of Mahabharata, Ramayana, or any of these itihasas. Neither did they give any thing on scriptures, but they did give dharmic values. Yes. Dharmic values were instilled constantly.
Yeah.
But these are all things, it has come directly from above. All this understanding, everything comes from above. As you go deeper and deeper and deeper, and you live with the sutras, things will come.
Your previous karma is good. Good karma.
I don't want to come back. That is not karma.
Yeah. Good.
And until I die, I want to be useful to this world until my last breath. And I don't want to come back. I don't know if Madhavi has changed her mind or not, but I don't want to come back. And I've been saying the same thing for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
I didn't listen that sentence, sir.
No, I said.
No, I
said,
heard
I
it,
don't.
but I don't want to listen.
Huh?
I heard that sentence, sir, but I don't want to listen that sentence.
Okay. You don't want to answer that question. No, that's fine. So, uh, so until the last breath, I want to be useful. I want to be able to answer Priya's questions.
Yeah.
Until my last breath. No, Priya is not going to be asking me questions until last breath. You will bloom and flower.
I hope so. I don't know.
Then I have to say, Veeriya Vangitiyan. In Tamil we say, you have taken out my life. It's only a question of having that focus, applying it to ourselves relentlessly, applying the sutras to ourselves relentlessly. Yogeshwaran, please listen. Don't apply the sutras to others. Apply to you. Everything that I say must be applicable to you and you alone.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Your mother will apply those sutras to herself by herself. You don't have to tell her.
Oh.
Neither should she tell you.
So
Although she has the age to tell you, first she has to soak in all the sutras and then she can. Obviously, she is your mother. She can tell you a few things. Yes.
we have to prostrate and then it's still worship, right?
Hold on. But generally, it is best not to tell anything to anybody. Only in this class for 1.5 hours, I say things. Once
Yeah.
I leave this classroom, I never say
Mm.
anything. Only
Oh.
when Priya calls, I will say, or when Ashwini calls, I will say, when Madhavi calls, I will say. Otherwise, I don't say anything. Because these people are calling me to wanting to know why they are stuck. So at home or my friends or anybody, nobody wants to know why they are stuck. They want to only complain that they are stuck. They want me to hear it. So I hear it.
So one of the questions I had was, we're not supposed to overjoy, at something that good happens, and you're not supposed to feel bad.
Moderation.
Yeah. So
Moderation.
is that like a form of reaction, or are you accumulating karma by reacting like that?
Yes.
Even by
Feeling
overjoicing, you're
good.
getting karma.
See, feeling good is different from reacting.
Oh.
So let us say I get a good job.
Mm.
So I feel good. I come tell my mother. I take her blessings. I tell a few others, take their blessings, take their that's fine. What is going overboard? Immediately call all the friends and say, oh, we'll party.
Okay.
Okay.
So are you accumulating bad karma or good karma by doing that?
Obviously, you're rejoicing beyond what is necessary, right?
Okay.
So you're collecting good karma.
Oh.
Yeah.
So even that is not good, not necessary, you're saying.
You tell me. You've gone through this class for 2 months now. You cannot ask
Yeah.
this question. Is good karma good?
No,
Why?
because it still makes you come back to this earth. You have to get rid of it. You have to get rid of all karmas.
No, you can come back and fully enjoy only because you only have good karma. Why it's bad?
Because you still have to, come back and then.
Yeah, you come back and next birth it will be only beautiful, full of pleasure, full of pleasure, non-stop pleasure. Why is it bad?
What
Still
if we
prolong.
collect more bad karmas then?
Huh?
You're not sure whether you'll be collecting the bad, you'll be enjoying the good karmas and not collecting the bad karmas.
That's the point. Next
Oh,
time when you come, as you enjoy this good karma,
oh,
you will also indulge in bad things.
oh.
So why don't we have smriti? How to get that smriti, like last janma smriti? Why don't we have that?
Huh? What Smriti?
Last janma smriti.
Back. Oh, you will get. You will get when you get
Yeah.
to that level of purity. That is a siddhi by itself. It is a siddhi by itself. So you might get. You might be able to see. See, some of these things, like I said, everything is there. The data is there. Okay. The data is in zone B. All the data of all the births of the entire thing is there. That we have come only with a copy of that. Okay. Some of it we have not brought, some of it is there in zone B. It is there because it has got an ID, that software is existing there. Our identical copy is existing there. Some of this data you cannot see because they are protected data. In computer terms, we say protected data. Only certain people can see it. We say in a bank, the CEO can see everything, including how much you have in your account, including how much Tatiana has in her account, and where all she's spending. He can see everything. And as the level comes lower and lower and lower, you will be only given certain views. The teller can only see what is there, how much is there in your account. That's all they can see. Similarly, when we are at a lower level of evolution, of this spiritual evolution, we can only see so much. As we become better and as the purification gets better and better and better, then we will have access to better and better data. as think of it like, you are at the lowest level of the cadre. Then you become a group leader. Then you become a supervisor. Then you become a manager. With each increase, you will be able to see bigger and bigger things. More and more sensitive data. That's what I'm saying. So everything is there. Everything is there. Everything can be seen. It's a siddhi. That comes to people, certain people.
Do you have any siddhi?
I like to keep quiet on that.
I know Rajnar has siddhi, but
Yeah. I like to keep quiet on that.
Yeah. Okay.
I think you have. You said last in some one of the classes, you said you shouldn't say like Mrs. Mohan when she said, I said, what's there in saying that you have the other person understands that the other person has the siddhi. You may have. Yeah.
If I have, good. If I don't have, very good.
Should I be saying that, or am I collecting some karma
again?
What is that?
Really
What is it?
scared to talk.
I didn't
because
catch it.
I didn't know you, and I didn't attend your classes regularly. I actually I didn't attend at all. One class I attended and I left. You know how it started, Kumarji?
Yes. Yes.
And you messaged me very strictly saying that I'll remove you if you
Yes.
don't attend the next class. And then when I said that I'm going through this, Kumarji, you said, um, you said, congratulations, but don't be attached. You said something of that sort. So I take, not only you, I take the words from someone, whoever says, as signs. As I'm a very superstitious sort. Like वो टाइम पे मतलब मेरे को लगता है कि मैं जब बहुत वीक होती हूँ तो I take these words as signs. So I took that as a sign, and I was even more scared. Okay, I don't want to get into that.
Yeah,
But
I
I
know.
think you have Siddhi.
I fully understand what you're saying.
I
So,
think you have Siddhi.
so yes. So many things people will say out of avidya. So we have to be very, very watchful of that. So when will somebody tell you that which is right is when they are 100% pure. And how do we know whether somebody is 100% pure or not? It's not that I'm saying all that people say is wrong and all that people say is correct. So we have to be very, very careful. So we have to be our own teachers. We have to be our own teachers.
Many people have siddhis, but they don't know unless somebody tell him. They have some siddhis. Many people have siddhis.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Siddhis alone are not going to do much. Siddhis alone will not do much. Siddhis with jnana. That jnana part is very, very important. That's what yesterday I wrote. Activists are karma, they do karma yoga. Non-stop, they do karma yoga. But they are not karma yogis. One has to become a karma yogi. Karma yogi means you are detached from what you are doing. You are not expecting any recognition. I'm talking about internal things. There is no requirement for recognition. A fellow who is doing karma yoga may say, oh, I don't need any recognition. I don't need this. from words may say that, but internally it is saying, oh, I want this. How nice it will be if they garland me. Or they do this, what is in top, they put that shawl around you. How nice it will be if they do that to me. Or they give me a certificate or whatever. They give me a small gift. All this is internal. And that is what is that craving, that is that craving, that is that recognition craving. So you are not a karma yogi. So one has to go from doing karma yoga to being a karma yogi. A karma yogi means one who is detached from all this. Who has detached himself from all this recognition business. Who is doing it out of pure love. So one has to be very, very careful. I'm not saying activists are bad. I'm not saying that at all. They have a role to play, let them play. But this class is not to make you an activist. No. This class is to make you into a yogi, or at least guide you to that. That's all one can do. I cannot make you a yogi. We are showing various ways, various things, and guiding you to uh, get you into that path. But then it's up to you.
Kumarji,
Yes.
about yesterday's question, Mohan sir said 1.47 is the answer.
Yes.
What about this 2.1? Tapaha swadhyaya ishvara pranidhanani kriya yoga.
Yes. There is no Atma in that. I was asking for the word Atma.
Okay. Okay.
Yesterday, I don't know if you saw my message. The message, it was in reference to what Ashwini had posted about Nachuketa. Did you read it? No. Keto Upanishad, Nachuketa. The blank face, so you didn't read that. I mean, it came quite late yesterday afternoon, so many of you might not have read it. Please go back and read it. It's a very short video, about 2 minutes, I think. So there he says about all this Atma and all that. So that's why I put out a message saying that how we can map it to Patanjali Yoga Sutras. It's not difficult to understand what's said in that video.
Kumarji, I had a question related to that particular video.
Yeah.
So is like Indriyas are necessary and it is like a driver for understanding or misunderstanding or like, whatever it is.
Indriyas, hold on. Indriyas are not the drivers.
Okay.
Indriyas are Jnanendriyas and Karmendriyas, correct?
Yes.
But they have a driver software.
Okay.
So it's like your video camera. I have a video camera on my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Or I get an external video camera, let us say. If I just install that external video camera and just give it power supply, do you think it will function? It will
No.
function. It will function, meaning it is capturing the images. It is capturing that, but it is not capturing and giving it to me as a user. For that, I have to activate the driver software, correct?
And that is driver software is?
That driver software is what that driver software does nothing. It is only making sure that what you see is comes to us. So there is a driver software. This driver software is what we call as, which comes from the devatas. We say it is a devata. in our scriptures, that's how we call. The driver software is a Devata. So it is
Okay.
something that which we have downloaded. Every time there is an interaction, so that software comes in and it is used, and after that is the problem. So up to that is fine, no problem. After that is when the kleshas modify it. The kleshas come in right away after that. Until then, no problem. Until then, I see what I see. I only see what I see. Then the klesha comes in and says, "Oh, this beautiful, this flower is beautiful." It adds an adjective. Or it says, "Oh, it is not as beautiful as my neighbor's flower in their yard." All these things is the kleshas, that the next level. So that is why we have to get rid of the kleshas. Only when you get rid of the kleshas fully, then you get the real experience of this universe. Anything for that matter. Until then, it is all nicely massaged. All your experiences are massaged by the kleshas. You are only getting the massaged part. You are not getting the real part. Tammy is smiling. So what's it, Tammy?
I agree. That was very smooth the way you said that. The suffering conversation seems to be a conversation that sometimes doesn't go away, being massaged, so many ways. Oh, come here. This is this. Oh, come here, and then people show up to comfort you in those massagings to help massage your massages. However, what really stood out for me today in this whole suffering conversation is the topic, like the concept, how you shared. I'm sorry, I'm a little froggy. Okay. That we're here to really, like, our purpose is to experience the experiences. And we get to choose what we call those experiences or how they occur to us, like in the experience of those experiences. So maybe sometimes we're meant to suffer, like to learn what suffering is in the experience. How else do we learn what suffering is until we're like, oh, I was suffering? Why was I doing that? Right? And then the other part was when what was it? The first one.
Actually, Tammy, it is an experience that we have labeled as human beings. We have labeled it as nice and suffering.
Mhm.
So that label did not exist. It is a label that we have put. It is only an experience.
But the body pain is real, right? Like, any diseases or any like suffering as in
That's why I'm
illness.
saying the suffering word itself is is because we are unable to call it as an experience. We have labeled it because the mind, like I said, the mind splits it into two: good and bad, painful, pleasant.
Now, how do you explain this? Like, I came across a case where a 3-year-old is suffering from a terminally, like, it's a stage 4 cancer. And she has like, the baby has, like, she's going through a lot. So, like, how do you, like, just manipulate or say or convey to the kid that it's all the mind game, it's just not real, like, it is real, the pain is real, and then the I don't know, what do you call pain? Pain is suffering, right?
Yes. When can you explain to the child? When
Yeah,
can
I
you
mean,
explain anything to anybody?
exactly. Like,
No. You answer my question. When can you explain a concept to somebody?
when they're ready.
That is one thing. The other aspect is it must be my truth.
Okay.
It must be my truth. When the sufferings that I had in life becomes an experience to me, then I can tell Yogeshwaran, or I can tell Ashwini, or I can tell Gayatri, or I can tell Priya, or I can tell whoever, that, hey, this is not suffering, this is an experience.
I don't think so. I'll be capable of explaining it, even if I had experienced myself. And
No,
even so,
that is the mind that is saying that, right? The mind is saying that. So the mind is saying, I am the doer. So this explanation, if it has to really happen, it will happen through the divine. You will be an instrument.
mhm,
Let that happen on its own.
okay. And as you had given an example, like, when my favorite person was suffering, I'm still doing that. Like, I'm praying for her from distance, and I'm not like, checking on her often as I used to. I'm just doing this to the child too. But I don't know. I don't know if the suffering has come down or not, or like, n- I, it's like, again, I don't want me to be source of relieving anybody's pain, but I want them to feel better one way or the other, right?
That them wanting them to feel better itself is an attachment.
Mm.
Hmm.
That
Then
is true.
Ashwini,
Mm.
please understand, everyone has to go and everyone has to experience their karma, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Are you God to go and change it?
No.
That's what you're trying to do. You're saying, oh, this person is going through this difficult, painful experience, and to change it to pleasurable thing. Who are you to do that? That is my question.
No, yeah, I know, but like, how, if something is not right or wrong, you can, like, if you have in your capacity
I
to.
will catch you with every word that you say. You say right, so I will catch you there.
Okay. Yeah.
No, see, the thing is, these things are coming from lack of correct perception of life, from that avidya.
I don't know, Kumarji, if I will get over this particular, like, this is where I'm stuck,
This
and this
answer
is where.
itself is coming from that avidya.
Yes. Agreed. I don't know if I can get over this phase where, like, I stop feeling for, like, being an empath. I don't know if I can get over this phase without, like, treating them like, or be detached to the suffering of others. I don't know if I'm capable of doing that.
See, this is what we say. Empathizing is different from suffering along with the other person.
Yeah.
Empathy is fine. No one is finding fault with it. Empathy is fine. No problem.
Okay.
Wanting to suffer along with them for whatever reasons is what I'm saying.
Is the attachment? Okay.
Yeah. That is the problem. That's the
Okay.
issue here.
Mhm. Yeah, I have to crack that code now.
Uh-huh. Yes. So coming back to the question, when can you speak to somebody is only when these things are in place for myself, right?
Mm.
Mm.
Right. Yeah.
Only when I have understood that the suffering that came, oh, that was only an experience. Okay. and I'm fully cognizant of that, and I fully accepted that, only then I have the necessary experience. Because if I had not experienced the experience, and if I had said that experience is suffering, I have not experienced it. I'm speaking like Jay Krishnamurti now. You have to experience the experience. Instead of saying it is painful or pleasant, you have labeled it. That labeling is the problem. If you remove that label, then you will see that everyone is experiencing their life. And you won't say, oh, this child is suffering, that person is suffering. You won't say that. They are experiencing their karma. They are experiencing their life. Since you have labeled, not only you, I mean, in general, all of us have labeled things as good and bad, painful, pleasant. We struggle. We struggle with this. It is an experience, though. That's why it is necessary to experience that experience. Suffer that suffering, they'll say. I don't even want to go there. That means you are trying to suffer the suffering, means you have already labeled it and you are trying to go through that. No, I don't want to say that. I want to say experience the experience.
A follow-up question, Kumarji. So if this whatever you are saying is true, then there is no need of doctors, right? Like,
True. But world is not like that right now.
yeah.
Yes.
No, we still need broken bones put back together.
Yeah. See, you are talking about utopia. We are not in utopia yet.
Yeah.
Okay. So what best we can do? We do. What best we can do, we do. See, even if you take Ramana Maharishi, they made him take all the pills and things like that, correct? For medicines and things like that for his cancer in his arm. But he would say, only my body, the pain is only to my body, but not to me. So he detached, his software and hardware were very clearly detached from each other. I mean, many evolved souls have done this. But having said that, we have to have that very high purity level to even say that. So we can only do our best. So if today something bites me, an ant bites me, and it hurts, I'm already labeled it. I come inside and say it hurts, right? I don't come inside and say I had a beautiful experience of an ant biting me. I don't say that. So can we get there? That's what it is all about. This I'm using an example. It may or may not be possible until I die. When an ant bites, it may hurt. That sting, that might hurt me. But if I can understand it is because of that acetic acid or whatever it is injecting, and I focus, oh, that's an acetic acid. Oh, it is an experience of the acetic acid. If I can take it that way, I'll be okay. As one who has studied chemistry, I can understand, yeah, acetic acid will do this.
Formic acid.
Formic acid, sorry. Thank you. So I can understand and say, oh, that's what it is. But when when the ant bites and that formic acid is injected, at that, for a few seconds, this has to kick in. Until then, I feel that burning sensation. I feel that sensation. I feel that sting. If a poisonous snake stings me, do I just say it's a beautiful experience and not take any antidote? Why not? I can do that, and I can, if I can die, no problem. So it all depends on whether an antidote, even if I don't want an antidote, I might get an antidote if my expiry date, I'm within that expiry date. That's what we saw in the sutra today, that longevity.
So I have a question here.
Yeah.
You said first snake stings. It's very painful.
I don't
But
know. I have not been
relatively,
bitten by a snake.
no, 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 no.
Um,
So relatively, if there is a bigger pain,
yes.
so it's all psychology. I think it's all.
We will see as we move on, we will see that everything that is manifesting in our physical body is because of the software. A pimple that comes on the skin is because of the bloody software.
So how to remove that software totally?
You cannot remove the software. You can only get rid of the virus. The virus are the kleshas and the karmas. So that's why
So
we are studying
this
all this, how to get rid
sutras.
of them.
So these sutras, are they like, they are making us callous?
They are
Are they
making
making us
us
callous, insulate our
callous.
emotions? Are they making us callous or insulate? We are insulating ourselves from the emotions, or we really are reaching the God?
No, your question is
Is
we
not clear?
can only experience God when we get rid of the kleshas, the samskaras, basically, kleshas, karmas, vasanas. Only when those are demagnetized, can we have that connectivity, a good connection.
I'll give you an example. I don't know much about him, but then, and मैं मतलब don't think me of that also कि बहुत कम बुद्धि है. But Kalidasa, he was very happy. He had no what you say vidya at all. And one fine day, he just got that blessing from Saraswati Mata, and he started writing, and the emotions came out. He started writing poems with what you say, pain, happiness, everything.
Yes.
So what I
Yes.
mean to ask is ki if you're strong, if your mind is strong, only then you'll feel, you will experience all these kleshas or the pain or the sufferings or the joyous things or desires or whatever.
You're not feeling the pain? Are you not feeling the pain?
See, I am a sick person. Okay. So I'll tell
No,
you
I am
my
not talking about your
experience.
physical pain. I'm not
No,
talking about
whatever it
physical
is.
pain. I'm
See,
talking about the psychological pain. Are you not feeling the psychological pain?
yes, I am.
Oh. So does the mind have to be strong to feel that? No.
Yes. When I'm exhausted, I'm totally exhausted physically and mentally.
Yes.
I don't want to listen to anything, no more complaints, no nothing. I just want to lie down and,
Yeah. Because the chitta vritti,
in a, what, avidya state or whatever, that state is more relaxing and relieving and better than, like, you understand what I mean? I'm
yes.
sorry.
See, the chitta vrittis are the main cause. The chitta vrittis are the main cause of the pain, of any pain. Forget about physical pain. Psychological pain is being caused by chitta vrittis, because the kleshas are continuously working with whatever inputs it is getting, and these chitta vrittis are being generated. The vrittis are coming out, and for the vrittis to come out, obviously anything that is getting created, it needs energy, correct?
Yes.
So if I have 10 vrittis in an hour and you have 1 million in an hour, who will be more energetic? Tell me.
The person who has more vrittis.
Who has more vrittis? Your vrittis
Yeah,
are very
because
useless
he
vrittis.
or she
They're
is able to
taking
take
the
those
energy.
vrittis.
No, your vrittis are useless vrittis. It is processing the same thing again and again and again and again. It is not a creative thing. Although we are calling it vritti, it is not a creative thing. It is putting out so much junk out. Constant, those thoughts. The thoughts are the vrittis. So to create them, the body needs energy. The chitta needs energy, and the body's energies are used up in that. And finally, you have no more energy, and you're saying, I will be in this posture. You are fallen off. With no energy, you are fallen off. I am saying a state where you are filled with energy and this is quiet. Two different things we are talking about. I don't know if you are understanding what I'm saying. Do you think vrittis are good? Rajeshri, have you been thinking that vrittis are good? No, vrittis are the one which sucks the
they are not.
energy. Because
they're not
yoga
good.
chitta vritti nirodha. We are trying to control the vrittis. We are trying to quieten the vrittis. We are trying to bring it down to the smallest level possible and get rid of it completely. So as long as vrittis are very high, how are they high? It is because constantly the chitta is producing them. How? With the kleshas, with the samskaras. And to keep producing the vrittis, it needs energy. And some of the vrittis you don't even know. You're not even watching it. Oh, she's gone. Oh, she's here. You don't even know. Some of those vrittis are happening so fast. You're not even watching it. Anyway, I think it's 9:05. We should close. It's already over 2 hours. We will continue next week. Thank you all. Namaste.
One more good class with excellent examples, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste, sir.